we're off to the races. And I don't... Never mind. And in last place is Brandy with a big fat... I don't know. I don't know where to end with this. I was going to say big fat 0 points, but then we said races. I'm getting my sports mixed up now.
You're stupid.
No comment. Jeez. Yeah, no. Okay. Hi, guys. It's your host, Rebecca. What an intro that was. I should just call myself stupid. Like, you stupid.
You are.
And my co-host for today is none other than my sister by law. That's my feeling today. By law. Brandy.
What's up?
You need to talk louder.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're so close to the mic.
No, I don't.
You're still talking soft.
You're just obnoxiously loud.
I am appropriately
No,
loud enough
not
for this
appropriately.
mic. I have the best voice for this podcast because I don't have to edit myself too much. That's why I know
turned
I'm
off
the best.
my mic last time.
I did turn off your
That
mic.
was on you.
That was on me. Okay, I'll admit that was on me. Okay. So it's one of those weeks. I'm just gonna explain in the beginning. It's one of those weeks where we have been having a lot going on. We're kind of rushing getting this recording in. So just so we cannot take a ton of time off of everyone's hand, we're only gonna do probably half of this podcast with Brandy and the other half with her annoying brother, also aka my husband. And we're gonna do like a little 2-parter in one episode with 2 people. Cool?
I like
No?
it.
I don't know. Justin's like, that's weird. And I'm like, it's not weird. People do it. I'm like, as long as people are telling stories, that's all they care about.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter who's in the episode, as long as there's someone telling the stories, right? Am I right, guys? Am I right? Am I right?
Probably not.
No, right. So, okay. Well, we're just going to get into this now. So, okay. And we'll start off with this little good one. This one is from r/, it's Charlotte Dobre YouTube. It's that YouTuber I really like. She also talks about stories. So she's got her own subreddit on Reddit. I'd love to be at that point someday, have my own subreddit. I just got to be well known out there first. So
Never.
people got to know me. So like, subscribe, download,
Or die.
or face the consequences of my wrath. Or actually, no, face the consequences of Brandy's wrath. Hers would be worse. Mine's sugar and cupcakes.
Stale.
Stale cupcakes? What? Don't you come after me on my
nobody
cupcakes. My cupcakes are good.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh. What cupcakes are we talking about here?
You do you.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. This one was from 21 days ago. It is called Mother-in-Law Wouldn't Stop Opening My Packages. So I decided to send her something she really wouldn't want to see.
Spiders.
Can you order spiders?
Yeah, did you ever hear about that one where like a neighbor got like poisonous spiders or something and the neighbor opened it and had to go to the hospital?
Like someone else ordered and he opened it?
They sent it to themselves, and when the neighbor stole it, they opened it and it was
You know that was on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they did it on purpose because their neighbor kept stealing their packages. So they got him something that they wouldn't like, and hopefully to teach him a lesson.
Oh my gosh. If I had porch pirates, I would totally do something. I love watching people when they're like, I have people stealing stuff all the time, so I'm going to put one of these boxes here and I'm going to fill it with like something terrible or something that's like a glitter bomb.
Yeah.
I wish I could glitter bomb someone. I mean, I know they could be dangerous because if obviously when you open it, boom, goes right into your face and it could really get into your eyes and everything. But that would be fun to videotape that. If they were like, that's Justin rubbing off on me. Probably you too. Because honestly, before, I would never want to do that. I would never want to hurt someone. Even if they were, like, inconveniencing me, I'd probably never want to do it back. But since being with you guys, you rubbed me in a way where it's like, oh yeah, they get what they deserve.
Amen.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Okay, yes. It says, quick notes. For everyone saying that this story is fake, that's hilarious to me because it's 100% real. I've got receipts. I just don't share personal details online for obvious reasons. Okay, let's see if you want any updates. That goes on her own. Ooh, I'll have to check on her own and see if there's any other updates. Okay, that's okay. She's like, sorry. Also using Grammarly so my posts make more sense. I'm sorry that my life sounds like some made-up telenovela. Trust me, I wish it would be fake too. Okay. In this, my mother-in-law has this habit of tearing into every single package that shows up at my house. She doesn't check the name, doesn't ask, just runs to the porch and rips them open like she is an unboxing video no one asked for. Lately, I've been ordering a lot of supplies for a small claims case I've been preparing. Binders, page protectors, labels, all with my name clearly on the box. But she already opened one of my big legal supply boxes and tried to act like it was for my father-in-law when the only thing I ordered for him was a tiny padded envelope. She knew exactly what she was doing. I refused to give her the reaction she wanted, yelling, cursing, so she could play victim. Instead, I got petty. I ordered the biggest, loudest, most intimidating, vibrating adult toy I could find. Overnight shipping, my name front and center on the box. Now, I already have a camera installed outside my front door, not just for package watching, but because I've got a gravel pad project going on that I'm suing the contractor over. I don't need him showing up unannounced, so the camera is there for safety as much as anything else. The day the package was out for delivery, I got the 5 stops away notification. So I sat by the window and waited. It's like a kid on Christmas. Ooh, it's coming. Thump, package hits the porch. Then, beep, 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 her footsteps. Fast. She bolts to the door, grabs it, and vanishes into her room. Silence. 15 minutes later, I come out to walk my dog. And there it is, the box, wide open, sitting on the living room table, no one hiding it, no one mentioning it, just sitting there. She hasn't said a word since. And me, I've never known such peace. I mean, that's one way to shut your mother-in-law up. I want to see if there's anything else.
I would have been like, oh, Mom, what'd you get?
Yeah, she writes a lot about her mother-in-law in here. Well, she's got one that literally says, mother-in-law called me a stupid bish over a picture frame. Let's see. Mother-in-law, or am I the a-hole for thinking it's disturbing when my mom sends me, look at me, I'm cute selfies? There's a mini update for mother-in-law wants to wall me off, literally. Nope, she's got a lot going on. I think her biggest thing, her common denominator is that she's too close, like literally living too close with her family. Maybe she needs a little break. So top comment was, love it. I was hoping that you were saying that you did a glitter bomb or something. That would have been epic. I mean, glitter bombing your own mother-in-law on video. That would have been funny. That would have been funny. She's like, yeah. OP responds, yeah, a glitter bomb would have been epic, but I went for something quiet that would teach her a lesson without making a huge mess. And honestly, it worked. She hasn't touched any of my packages since. I mean, if it works, it works. Someone put hashtag traumatize them back. Yeah. I honestly think that is a subreddit. There's a traumatize them back subreddit, so I need to look into that, because there are some funny ones out there that would be very much into. Yeah, someone literally just posted it under here saying you need to put it in this post. Okay. Well, that was a quick little opening one. We're going to go to the next one. This one's kind of a long one. All right, this one is from Our Best Redditor Updates. It was originally posted on r/relationships. And this is from March 14th of 2015. So this was a while ago. Didn't realize how long ago it was. Anyways, the title is My 28 female husband, 36 male, passed away, and now his best friend, 33 female, is trying to control his services. That sounds messy. Sounds messy. Okay. Trigger warning, loss of a loved one, obsessive behavior, mental health crisis. I'll try to make this brief. My husband, Jonah, passed away unexpectedly a month ago from a stroke. I don't want to get specific about that part. It's the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life, and I'm still not sure how I'm ever going to move on. We were married for 5 years, together for 7. The past 2 years we've been trying for a baby, but we were just getting to the point of considering IVF when he died. Jonah had a close friend in high school named Marjorie. Marjorie also ended up going to the same university as he did and then spent a lot of time together during those college years. Jonah said that he liked Marjorie's company but never felt anything beyond friendship with her, which I totally believe. Jonah dated other women during that period but told me that several times Marjorie hinted that she wanted him to ask her out. She also joked about wanting him to be her plan B in case she didn't meet someone and get married by 30. By the time I'd started dating Jonah, he had moved a couple hours away from his hometown and Marjorie. Despite this, Marjorie immediately began finding excuses to come to our town and hang out, which usually involved her encouraging us to go drinking and then her passing out passing out on the couch at Jonah's apartment. I didn't mind her for the most part, but she had a habit of saying things like, "You know you ruined our marriage pact, ha," and pointing out all the things that she knew about him, like what he took in his coffee, his favorite bands, etc. Marjorie sounds annoying. If I was the girlfriend of Jonah, I'd be like...
They usually are.
Honestly, I don't know if I'd want to be with Jonah because I'd be like, I don't want to be by this friend all the time.
Yeah.
Over the course of our relationship, and especially after we got married, Jonah definitely put some distance into his relationship with Marjorie. He confided in me that he felt he had outgrown her, and that they had really had little in common anymore. He stopped responding to her invitations to hang out as often, though he would occasionally call to catch up out of guilt, especially when she would text him or leave messages saying she was so sad he was ignoring her, and like that. But now he's gone. I had him cremated like he wanted. We haven't done the memorial service yet. It was too hard for me to even imagine the first couple of weeks. And I also wanted to give some time out-of-state people to make travel plans. The memorial is this weekend. However, 2 weeks ago, I received an email from Marjorie sent to around 60 people, including Jonah's family, saying that she was holding a memorial service for Jonah in the town where they grew up the day before his memorial here. I was completely blown away, seeing as she hadn't mentioned anything to me or even attempted to call. Along with the details, the email said that she was planning the memorial in light of the fact that there were no other services that had been held in his memory yet, and he deserved to be laid in rest with honor. For the record, she was invited to the memorial, which I've been planning and knew it was happening. I called her, of course, and told her that while I appreciated her willingness to help with Jonah's goodbye, I was already planning a service for him and would involve all of his family and friends. She immediately went on the defensive and said that she had only started to plan a service when she realized I wasn't willing to do it in a timely manner. I told her that the timing wasn't her choice to make, but that if she wanted to have a memorial of some kind, to please just add an invitation that this official memorial was going to be held this weekend. She said fine. I sent a message to all of Jonah's invited friends and family to make sure that they knew the real service with both of our families were going to be here, and then just washed my hands of the whole thing. This week I received a message on Facebook from Jonah's cousin saying that Marjorie, who has apparently blocked me on Facebook, created an event for Jonah's official memorial service, her memorial, and invited everyone she possibly could. I've been getting blown up with emails asking which day the memorial is and where. I'm honestly furious. I don't have the emotional energy to deal with this. I ended up putting a post up on my wall reiterating the date of the service here and asking people to please share it. Thankfully, I think the older members of the family don't use Facebook or email very often, so most of them haven't been confused. But a lot of people now think that Marjorie's service is the real one. I called Marjorie again, asking her to add an addendum to her event saying that his actual memorial was going to be here. She told me that Jonah would have wanted it this way, and that if I couldn't appreciate her efforts, I wasn't invited to say goodbye to Jonah. Oh, jeez.
All right, then.
I told her that was fine, seeing as I'd already said goodbye to Jonah when I held him as he died. She hung up. I mean, girl, make it, hashtag traumatize them back. Again, let's do that. Apparently, she's now spreading information to her mutual friends with Jonah, saying that he was planning on leaving me. Jeez. Because I wasn't able to conceive. Oh, she also said that we had approached her to carry a baby for us. All absolute lies. His cousin sent me a screenshot of a text where she said that Jonah always thought we would have the cutest baby together, and that Angry Widow, which is her name on here, her username, doesn't understand how much he wants children. I'm at a loss as to what to do. I don't care what she says about me, but she's now tarnishing my husband's memory, especially saying that he wanted a divorce. Jonah would never have left me, and anyone that knows him at all knows that we were committed to each other above all else. I need to figure out how to tell this woman to F off without encouraging her to spread more lies. And I also want to just forget the whole thing and crawl in bed and never get up again. Help me, please. And that's the end of that first part. So, that last part. Wow. Did she go off the rails there, Marjorie? Could you imagine? Just, first of all, you're just like, okay, that's really nice. You're making another memorial. But I already have one planned. Please make it for another day. And then after that, she's like, well, if you're not going to appreciate the efforts I'm putting in, you're not invited. Like, it's a party.
You can't say bye.
Oh, my word. It's like, she's like,
okay.
She's like, this is an invitation to a party or something.
Yeah.
But it's a memorial service. Like, you're not invited. How old are you?
It's my husband.
It's just serious.
Okay.
And then, oh my gosh. And then she's like, yeah, well, he was gonna leave her, and they wanted to have me have their baby, and they always said we would have cute babies. Like, girl, get over it. He didn't ever choose you. Like, honestly, I feel like he might have aided this obsessive behavior by being friends with her like this for so long. And knowing she had a crush on him.
Well, it could be the lack of attention she got. She created it on her own.
True. There could be a lot of things going on. Like, there could have been some childhood things that went on that she's now, like, that kind of obsessive behavior when someone gives her that attention, that even that slight attention. You know how it is. Like, you know, you're nice. That's the nice syndrome there. The nice guy, the nice girl syndrome. You're just like, oh, you're just nice to them because that's how you were raised. You're just nice to them. But then they take that in a whole different situation where they're like, oh, they like me.
Yeah.
Oh, they wanna.
Mistake. It's like when you mistake being nice for flirting.
Yes.
Like, I'm not flirting with you. I'm just being cordial. I'm being nice.
Like, obviously I don't go out now, but when I would go out with my friends and you're just being nice to someone and they would think, oh, they like me. They oh, can I have your number? Like, no. What? When did I ever give you that attention for that? No. Seriously. Oh, I swear. It's just, I think that's a girl thing for guys, I swear. But then when you have the guys for the girls, it happens the same way, but I feel like I don't know. That's when I think when guys are really nice and they are really sweet to their friends, and then that girl thinks, oh, that means you like me.
Yeah.
And there are some guys that are just naturally sweet with everyone. Yeah. They're just super nice and they treat all their friends like that, but that person doesn't think that. So, yeah. And of course, this wife, this isn't like they're still together and she's still like the friend is telling the wife like, oh, he wants me, but he chose you because, he felt sorry for you.
Yeah.
No, he's dead. He's gone. And she's like, I understand, like, she's like, I don't care, I'm not going to put my hands into this, but she's now tarnishing his memory.
I would say people may take that and be like, oh, was he? And
Exactly. And now she's going to have to, like, defend herself for someone who's not even here anymore. And that sucks. I can't imagine. You're already grieving, and yet on top of that, you're having to defend yourself for something that's never happened. That could really ruin everything you built your life on.
Right.
So, yeah. I guess the top comment... Oh, so it was deleted, but someone else had said, I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't imagine the pain you might be in right now. Marjorie sounds completely effing insane and malicious. If I were in your shoes, I'd be very tempted to be scorched earth on her on her butt. But that wouldn't be the most constructive approach here. So here's what I would do instead. Oh wow, they gave him bullet points. So someone's like, send an email to all the guests you've invited to attend the actual memorial service, stating, just to reiterate. Oh, I'm guessing this is how she's done that. Do not mention Marjorie, her lies, or the second service. Okay. Contact the funeral home. Oh, to do anything to unplug Marjorie's services, to pull that. Delete and block this woman. Feels like she already blocked you. And then unless and until somebody comes to you asking about Marjorie's lies, resist the urge to set the record straight. If you try to publicly address her claims on Facebook or elsewhere, it will almost certainly get back to her, and she will be even more fueled by the attention and the knowledge that she's getting under your skin. Cut her off her supply by ignoring her. And I think you have to do that. I think in this case, you know everyone around you knows the truth, and that's the thing about social media, is that you get sucked in.
Yeah.
And people who post and vent and rant on social media, it never ends out well.
Well, and they don't always know the story, and they're just going off other people's comments or what the story is descripting and not the actual truth.
I mean, I always think I hear stories about someone... You really could go off of one story. Like, I have this where it's like they have the flip side of each story. Like, there's one, this mother was like, oh, my husband and I didn't get along, so we're now divorced. But my kids, it's like he's turned them on me. I try and give them presents, and they're just like, oh, you're a horrible old lady. We don't want these crappy stuff. And she's like, why can't they be grateful? Well, then they find out the daughter, not even the sons, there was a daughter who posted saying, yeah, this is my mom. She's telling absolute lies. She didn't even mention a daughter because she's basically disowned the daughter because she doesn't even love her. The daughter's like, I never knew love because this woman ignored me. She, like, only loved one of the twin sons that she had, and the other one she basically ignored. And so then we get that side of the story saying, like, okay, so this woman is completely insane, and here's the real story. So you don't know, because then there's people comforting this woman's side of the story, but they don't know the full story.
Exactly.
So in this case, it's like, I mean, that's just horrible that's the horrible side of social media, is that it's just, you just see right there what you see. You don't have any other backstories or the other side, unless someone posts on there calling out on your crap.
Yeah.
So, update number 1, 2 days later. I apologize for not updating sooner, but a lot has happened the last couple of days. Thank you to everyone who offered help and advice. For those that offered monetary assistance, Jonah and I were in a stable position financially. I'm going to be comfortable until I decide to go back to work. Your willingness to help was deeply appreciated. However, I am truly bowled over. Sorry. By your kindness. I took the advice of the majority of comments and called the chapel where Marjorie was planning her service. I spoke with the pastor, who immediately told me that he had been trying to get in touch with me regarding the service. Apparently both Jonah and Marjorie had grown up in that church. I'm not religious, and neither was Jonah as an adult, but my voicemail had been flooded, so it definitely is plausible that I overlooked his call. He immediately expressed how sorry he was to hear of Jonah's loss, and said that he had received my contact info from Jonah's great aunt, who still attends here. He said that he was surprised when Marjorie asked to have a service for Jonah, but she had claimed that Jonah and I were separated and didn't want to be involved. He had been trying to follow up with me, but obviously that didn't happen. He was very apologetic and said that we could cancel the service or move forward in any way that felt right to me. He said that he knew the church members would appreciate the service, since many of them remembered Jonah as a boy, but obviously Marjorie would no longer have a role. I agreed that the service could go forward. He called to speak with Marjorie after our conversation and informed her that she was no longer welcome to participate in the organization of the service after her behavior. He wouldn't tell me all that she said, but says she was distraught and he recommended some mental health / spiritual services to her that he hopes she accepts. She apparently apologized for lying and asked to speak with me, but I declined. I feel bad if she truly contrite, but I just have too much on my plate right now. We have had 2 beautiful services for my husband. First, the one at his hometown church, and then the non-religious one that I planned. Everyone that came wanted to honor Jonah, and that's all that really matters. I was told a dozen stories about him that I'd never heard before, and I laughed so hard I cried. Then cried some more. My cousin was on the lookout for Marjorie, and I honestly didn't think about her the whole weekend. She turned up for the first service, and the pastor ended up speaking with her, unbeknownst to me. My cousin says he was sympathetic but firm and told her that her presence there would be inappropriate. Surprisingly, she left without a fuss. I'm still not sure the situation is entirely resolved, but I am going to lay my husband to rest in the way he deserved, and that's the most important thing to me right now. Thanks to everyone for your support. And I think there is one more update. Yeah, we're just going to go to it. 4 months later. I'm not sure if anyone will remember this post, but I thought I would update since it's been a few months. I haven't been checking my inbox, and I'm sort of amazed I remember the password at all. But I appreciate all of you who sent encouraging messages. It means a great deal to me. It's been around 5 months since Jonah died, and honestly, it still feels like I'm waking up and living the same day over and over again. I'm in therapy, but the feeling of grief has not subsided whatsoever. Everything reminds me of Jonah, and I still feel like half of me is gone. I'm considering moving out of the country, or at least to a different state, but I also feel like a piece of Jonah is here in the house where we lived. Even worse, Marjorie has still not disappeared. I deleted my social media a couple months ago in an attempt to simplify my life, but my cousin, who also knows Marjorie, let me know that she has been recently posting photos of herself on Facebook with Jonah. Some were from several years ago, but she was saying things like, I still miss my man every day, and I can't wait until Jonah's baby arrives. Oh goodness. She is apparently pregnant and claiming that the baby is my husband's. She has also photoshopped, she has also photoshopped his face onto several photos, some on another shirtless male posing semi-suggestively with her. The photoshopping is pretty good, but it's obviously not my husband's body. People have been saying things like, congratulations, we know you'll be a great mother to Jonah's child. Nobody I knew, thankfully. It honestly made me feel sick, and I went and laid in my bed pretty much all day. I hate that she's getting to me like this, but I can't stand the thought that she's claiming my husband was unfaithful to me, and that people are believing it. One bright note is Marjorie's brother, who also knew Jonah. On one of her recent posts, he comments, WTF, Marjorie? I spoke to Jonah like 2 weeks ago before he died, and he said he was trying for a baby with OP. You guys were just friends. This is effed up, and you know it. The post was deleted a couple hours later. Goodness, Marjorie. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't have the energy to battle with this woman. I am just infuriated and hurt by this blatantly disrespectful pack of lies that she's spreading. My cousin called her and asked that she remove the photos, and she apparently said that OP can go to heck. She just doesn't want to accept that Jonah wanted a baby with me more, and she couldn't give me one. I'm lost, guys. What can I do about this? It seems like all I can do is sit and watch this crazy woman, try to convince Jonah's friends and family that he never loved me. A little mini update. After that, just spoke with Marjorie's brother, who called to tell me that Marjorie is not pregnant, but seems to truly believe that she is. He asked her how far along she is, and she said 5 months, but she is still completely flat. He isn't sure if she's lying or if she actually believes that she is having a child with my husband. He asked her when they conceived, and she mentioned a date that he knew we had been on vacation together. The troubles with Marjorie continue. 2 weeks later after that, this is the final update. A lot has happened since my last update. Hopefully this will be the end of the story. So, swear, 6 months later, we're still dealing with this after her husband died. She hasn't even gone a full year grieving, and we have this insane woman coming up with all these things. There's a lot going on. Marjorie's brother became very concerned about speaking to me, and apparently questioned Marjorie extensively about her behavior. She continued to claim that she was pregnant with Jonah's baby and that they had a lengthy affair, but the details didn't add up. The brother knew Jonah pretty well and was generally aware of his work schedule, etc. She said they were meeting at a hotel at lunchtime 3 days a week, but he knew that Jonah came home for lunch with me every day. Stuff like that. He went home late the night to sleep on it. After he went home, Marjorie came over to see me at 3 a.m. She started screaming at me to come outside, saying that I had ruined her relationship with Jonah and how happy they were before me, etc., etc. I called the police and her brother, who have both arrived around the same time. She pushed the police officer who tried to ask her what was going on and was immediately arrested. I felt bad for the brother, but he just apologized to me repeatedly. Marjorie yelled explosive and tried to demand special treatment because the police were apparently hurting her baby by keeping her in the car. I gave a statement and they left. Not exactly sure what happened after, but her brother says she is now under psychiatric evaluation and is apparently struggling with a mental disorder that he wouldn't name. She has apparently not taken her meds in 2 years. That would explain it. I didn't ask for details, but it seems she is going to get some help. I'm not pressing any sort of charges. Her brother also linked me to his post on social media where he made it very clear that Marjorie has been having some difficulties, and absolutely none of what she said about Jonah is true. I'm glad this seems to be over, but I've decided I need a fresh start no matter what. I've looked for a job out of the state, and I'll be doing my best to leave my life with Jonah behind. Thank you all for your help and encouragement. That's so hard. I mean, she basically can't even remember the good memories of her husband because of all this happening. She's moving states to literally leave everything behind.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's something.
Yeah.
Well, it's been 10 years now.
That is true. It's been 10 years. So hopefully, girl.
Hopefully, got somewhere.
He's got somewhere. Maybe he got someone. I don't know. Starting a new life and.
Who knows where Marjorie is?
Yeah. Okay. You want to end on that?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, we'll go and wait for Justin at the next one. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're back, but I'm back, guys, with another person.
Hello.
Can you guess who? I only told you, not that long ago.
Oh, you told him about me?
Well, I told him that I was going to have Brandy for the beginning and her brother, her annoying brother, for the other half, a.k.a. my husband.
Whatever.
It's okay. If anything, I'm the annoying one. He has to deal with me. Okay. We're going to carry on with some stories. I'm telling you, these stories are all over the place, but I don't care because they're stories. They're for you guys. Okay, we're going to do 2 more stories. Possibly 3. Okay, this one is from r/best of Redditor updates. It was originally on r/TIFU, which is Today I Effed Up. And the post was originally from January 23rd, 2023. And the title is, Today I Effed Up by Telling My Kid to Throat Punch His Bully at School.
Make it count.
Figured this would be your type of story, as we always tell our kids to defend themselves or whatever.
Always go for the jugular.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there is a trigger warning. Physical violence, possible anaphylactic shock, school negligence, bullying. Actual F-up happened yesterday at the dinner table after school. After effects of my F-up have me currently at the ER getting my son checked out for an anaphylactic shock. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. Yesterday my kid came home and was obviously upset. So I asked him what was wrong. He's 8 he still talks to me about this stuff. He proceeds to tell me that at lunch, another kid in his class is bullying him about his peanut allergy, saying that he's faking his allergy and that he's going to wipe some peanut butter on him to prove that he's faking. My kid says to him that he isn't faking and that he could die just from touching peanut butter. Other kids said he didn't care and that he wanted him to die anyway. At this point, my kid said that he told the teacher and the lunchroom monitor, who both know about his allergy, and they were able to intervene yesterday. I had a long talk with my kid about doing the right thing and telling the teacher and not letting the other kid make him lash out. Then we talked about the hard part. Now, I'm sure I'm going to generate some hate with some people here with what I told him next, and that's fine. We are allowed to have differing opinions. But I'm not apologizing to anyone for teaching my kid to stand up and defend himself. After we talked about doing the right thing and doing everything you can to avoid a bad situation, I told him that sometimes you have to do the wrong thing to protect yourself, and that should always be the absolute last resort. When he asked what I meant, I told him that if that kid, as long as the bullying is only taunting him with words, then he should always walk away. But if he ever did try to put peanut butter on you, then you hit him as hard as you can with the side of your hand in the throat. Kind of like a throat chop. Then you stop unless the bully keeps trying.
Kick it when they're down.
This guy was specific. But, fast forward to this very afternoon, I get a call from the principal of the school saying that my son assaulted another student and needed to be picked up. I asked what happened, and of course...
Did he win?
And of course, they won't talk about it over the phone, but I smiled a little bit because I already knew. I get to school and see my kid sitting in the office, tears streaming down his face. So I walk in and the principal tries to talk to me, but I blow right past her and ask my kid what happened. He says the bully had peanut butter on his fingers and he was threatening to wipe it on his face. Then my kid said that he did what I told him to do and hit the kid in the throat because he wiped peanut butter on his arm. I looked at his arm that was pretty swollen up and asked him if he was having trouble breathing. Kid said that he was fine, just a little shaky. At this point, the principal interrupts with her, "Mr. So-and-so, we can't just have kids hitting other children just because they had a little peanut butter wiped on them. Kids do this kind of thing. We are gonna have to suspend him for a few days." It's obvious to me that the principal is clueless about the peanut allergy, so I cut her off and asked my kid if he told the bully to stop before he hit the other kid. He said yes. I yelled at him several times that I'm allergic to peanut butter and told him to stop, and he just kept acting like he was going to wipe it on me. Now the principal had a shocked look on her face. I asked to see the video from the cafeteria, and sure as it was, my kid can be seen, heard screaming and trying to back away from this bully. At the point where it looks like the bully grabs my kid's arm, my kid yells at the top of his lungs, "I told you to stop." Then he grabs the bully by the arm, pulls him towards himself, and executes the best clothesline I've ever seen anyone do, and floors this kid. Then my kid sits down and starts crying in the middle of the cafeteria. At this point, I tell the principal that if my kid isn't allowed back at school tomorrow, I'm consulting with a lawyer about the attempted murder of my son. I also said that assuming he didn't have any other ill effects from this, I would be fine not pressing charges against the school and the bully since it looks like he may have already learned his lesson. Since I didn't get a response, and it's been about half an hour since the peanut butter was wiped on my kid's arm, I picked him up and left to take him to the ER to get him checked out. About 10 minutes ago, I got a phone call from the school board superintendent saying that the school board has decided to let my kid come back to school tomorrow. Ooh, shocker. So, edit number 1, kid has a clean bill of health from the hospital. Swelling is starting to go down after some epinephrine, probably the EpiPen. Edit number 2, kid got cookies and cream ice cream. Edit number 3, I have been invited to a meeting with the school board Thursday afternoon. We'll update afterwards. Okay, so there is one last update about, I want to say, about a couple days later. What do you think?
I think it's fine.
The whole situation, you think he handled it, like telling his kid what to do?
That's what I tell my kid.
Okay, when I read this story, because I was actually looking something else up in Reddit, and this story came up as like a similar line, and I read it, and I was like, this reminds me literally exactly what you've told our kids.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not. It really isn't, especially if if it's self-defense. This kid did everything else. And the dad told him to do everything you can to avoid conflict unless it's necessary.
When someone touches you, it's different.
When someone's threatening you, I mean, I get it. People joke about allergens, but they're not a joke if it makes you swell up and close your breathing. Or from breathing.
And if it was the other side of my kid do it, I'd be like, yeah, you deserved it.
Exactly.
I don't feel sorry for you. You deserved it.
No, exactly. So it's like not a funny haha joke. And if the kids think it's funny and they get literally kicked in the just anywhere to get stopped.
The wee-wee.
I was gonna say I was kicked in the balls, or if they get kicked or
We
karate chopped in the throat. What?
I said, we know what it's called.
I know. Either way, I'm not going to feel sorry for them because it's like you deserve that for trying to joke or threaten a kid for something that's seriously like dangerous for them. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I don't have any allergens that you have any accident cross contaminations. But yeah, no, this was scary for a kid, and I feel bad because this kid did everything his dad told him, and then yet at the very end, after he was done doing it, he just started crying, and I would just feel for them. But why wouldn't they watch? Didn't they ever watch the video?
Obviously not.
Obviously not. That is terrible for a school.
Justice was served.
For a parent to ask, let's review the footage, and they hadn't even reviewed it yet before they would have gotten the idea of what was happening. Why he had to throw in that punch if they would have just watched. And then what about the other kid? I mean, obviously they're only hearing from his side. I don't know. It drives me nuts sometimes when things happen and they have literal proof of what's happening and they don't look at it.
And the other kid's taking time to get his vocals back.
Got an ice pack to the throat.
It probably does.
Okay, last update was 2 days later after the original. So apparently, edit number 4, when he was going on with it, just left the meeting, which wasn't with the school board, as I was led to believe on the phone. It was with the principal and a legal representative from the school board. They tricked him. I had a lawyer with me, and prior to this meeting, and we discussed what I wanted out of the meeting. My main concerns were, 1, making sure that there was a procedure in place to keep allergens away from my child. Number 2, ensuring that this child had no ability to assault my child again. I also wanted to know how it was that the principal wasn't informed or aware of my child's allergy prior to trying to tell me that he was going to be suspended. Lawyers talked legal stuff for a little bit while I listened and principal listened. Eventually my turn to talk came, and I simply explained point number 1 and number 2 above. I also asked why the principal didn't take time to assess the whole situation. The explanation I got was that she was told by the monitor that it was almond butter, not peanut butter, by the monitor, so she didn't really look further into it, which I can understand her point, but it doesn't make things any better from my perspective. Yeah, just not, you don't know. They could be tricking you. And somehow he still was swollen from it. So something's not right. So cut and dry stuff first. The bully child has been moved to a different school. Unfortunately,
Yay.
Yay! Unfortunately, I don't have any legal recourse to find out which school he has been moved to, and frankly, I don't care.
Don't need a follow-up.
Exactly. Cafeteria monitor has been fired. I didn't hear this at the meeting, but my son's teacher called last night and told me. I asked why, and I was told that she was distracted with her phone when all of the commotion started, which explains why this was allowed to progress in the first place. Based on the recommendations of a friend, and many of you via PM, I requested and was accommodated with an allergy-free table at our school, and I'm being told every other school in the district will be implementing one as well, where children will know allergies will eat lunch at, and anyone who eats with them will have their lunches inspected by a teacher and a monitor to ensure no allergens are present. Now the weird stuff. The kid probably did wipe almond butter on my son. The kid's parent found out through a mutual friend where we lived and showed up at my house last night. I know, that's not just unexpected. The bully kid was very apologetic to me and asked if he could apologize to my son, which I said yes, of course, to. I invited parents and son into the living room, and this child started crying and said he didn't mean to hurt my son. My son started crying as well and said he didn't want to hit him, and he apologized as well. Then the parents asked bully child to explain what happened. So apparently this kid likes peanut butter and almond butter and has almond butter on a sandwich and a little pack of peanut butter in his lunch for crackers. Bully child thought it would be funny to continue to tormenting from yesterday, said something about putting peanut butter on my son and put a little on his fingers to make him think it was peanut butter. Then he wiped them off afterward and got some of the almond butter from his sandwich, and that's what was on his hand when he grabbed my son's arm. I can also guess that there was a little peanut residue left on the bully's hands when he grabbed my son, which explains the subdued swelling reaction. I asked the kid if he knew what a peanut allergy actually does to a person, which to the other parent's credit, they had actually made him read WebMD about it. And he explained the whole inability to breathe and some other things his mind grasped onto. So I took the opportunity to show this kid, this young man, the EpiPen needle, which we have one, and we've had to use it previously just to show and tell purposes, that I have to stick a person with an anaphylactic shock scenario. Then I gave him the trainer unit and showed him where it goes and how to press the button. Yes, I told him it was the trainer unit, but I really thought hard about not telling him. I ultimately decided against that because that wouldn't make me any better than the bully kid in front of me. I don't blame you, though. When the button actuated, I think he jumped about 15 feet in the air, and he was obviously scared. Parents apologized again, as did the bully kid. I told all of them that I was satisfied that a lesson was learned here, and I wouldn't be pursuing any additional charges against the kid or his parents. Yeah, I know you can roast me for it with downvotes, but as the parents and bully kid are leaving, my son runs past us all and gives the bully a hug and tells him that he hopes that he isn't in too much trouble. I was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which I, of course, declined. I want my options open to me in case something like this happens again, until I'm letting this die. That's it. I mean, that's a really different ending that I wasn't expecting, but it was actually kind of wholesome there. That, you know, these kids are 8 years old and they've learned a very valuable lesson.
Sounds like the other parents are good. It's just their kid was being a little idiot.
Right. I mean, these parents were probably mortified hearing this from the school and their kid and what they did.
Yeah, I mean, people will still be people.
So, I mean, it just tells you that bullies come from all backgrounds, whether they grew up in a good family home, in a bad family home, they had a rough childhood, had a good childhood. They just come in all sorts and, you know, backgrounds, and look at these two kids in the end, they made up. And literally that one kid who hurt the bully was like, I hope you don't get into too much trouble. Like, that's just so sweet. This is like a kid heart of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? I think the top comment was, so there were, you know, what is it? Oh no, here we go. Someone literally had said, like, where was the F up in this situation? It looks like you did everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I think someone said former or like a teacher here, Yeah, no, they're just like, I think you did everything right. You told him exactly what he needed to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of people putting, like, their own little things on here, and I don't want to read them because they kind of seem a little drastic. So,
It's
I'm
fine.
not going to go
Next
into...
story.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. Okay. So, I guess we're going to maybe do a couple of these now that the other one didn't work out. So, I have 3. And they all involve Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Okay, so I have 3 stories. You're going to pick 2.
Gengar.
You're going to pick 2 of them. So, one of them is today I effed up by buying my wife Pokemon cards.
What's the next one?
Am I the a-hole for blowing up at my boyfriend over Pokemon Go daily gift?
What's the next one?
Today I effed up by asking my husband about Pokemon.
Let's go with the first 2.
First 2, okay. Okay.
Third one's just dumb. It's not stupid.
Well, there's a reason why.
Nah, it's fine. You don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. We'll do today I effed up by buying my wife Pokemon cards.
Irresponsible.
This one was from 3 years ago. My wife has been sick at home several days with COVID. She's starting to feel a bit lonely since she can't go out and hang out with anyone, and I haven't been able to sleep in bed or hug or kiss her. I know nothing about Pokemon cards besides she loves them and the fat Pikachus. I went
There's a Pikachu.
to her card store nearby and I grabbed her a few booster packs, and when I got to the counter they had singles in the case and I saw this card. I'll actually bring it up.
Is that Pikachu?
It's a fat Pikachu.
Yeah, it's a rainbow Pikachu.
And it's a rainbow Pikachu. He goes, I asked him about how much is the fat rainbow Pikachu, and he checked the back and told me $5.50. And I heard $5.50. And I said, okay, I'll take it. And he didn't even make a face like, wow, just buying a $550 card like that, huh? He mumbled a total, and I gave him my card, and I left. But halfway home, I was like, wait, did he say $550 or $550? I checked the back, and yep, $550. She loves the card and a way better spirit. But it was a lesson learned, and now that card has some sentimental value of me being ignorant. Let's just call it an investment piece. So, yeah, I could never go in there and be like...
Learn the hard way.
Right. Don't know anything about Pokemon. You now should.
I check
Before buying cards.
I check the price of everything I buy.
I know. They're just not simple. All right. The next one was from Am I the A-hole from 4 years ago. Am I the a-hole for blowing up at my boyfriend over Pokemon Go daily gifts? So, okay. Please read the rest of the post before you judge me. I'll accept whatever judgment you guys give me.
Just tell us.
So, I, female 26, have been with my boyfriend, Damien, male 28, for 5 years. 2 years into our relationship, I found out he was cheating on me with an ex-girlfriend of his. I was furious, and we almost broke up, but we decided to work things out, provided he cut her out of his life completely and we focus on us. Pokemon Go was still pretty new, and so we started playing as a couple, and I honestly felt it made us stronger. Since we would take long walks together, catching Pokemon, and
Get that buddy system going.
just building our relationship. We didn't play as often as the years went by, but it was always kind of our thing that helped bring us together after any arguments or disagreements. And up until yesterday, I thought our relationship was good, and we were even talking about moving in together and maybe getting engaged. With COVID hitting, we both picked it back up, and I've been exchanging gifts every day since we don't see each other often due to social distancing. Yesterday, he offered to bring me by some groceries for me, and obviously we don't live together, so I was excited since I haven't seen him in a while. But when he sent me my daily gift, I went into shock. For those of you who don't play Pokemon Go, there are daily gifts you can send that you get from various Pokestops. The gifts usually contain a few items, and I have a picture of the place you were at that gave you the gift. if you can see where this is going. Well, the gift he sent me was from the park right outside the apartment of his ex-girlfriend, which he has no reason to even be near since it's miles away from either of our apartments and the grocery store. I was so pissed that by the time he came to my apartment, I was screaming and yelling so loud. I am surprised my roommate didn't call the cops. I asked him why he was at her apartment. She still lives there. And he told me he wasn't. We got into a huge fight.
He just drove by the Pokestop.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a gym.
But he has no reason to be there.
Pokemon is a reason.
Mm-hmm. We got into a huge fight, and he threw the groceries on the ground and told me I was a crazy bitch, and he expected an apology from me before he would talk to me again. Here's the am I the a-hole bit. My poor, wonderful roommate ate a bunch of ice cream with me last night and told me that Pokemon Go has an update where your buddy will bring you gifts from places that are nearby, which means you don't actually have to visit them to get gifts from that area. Now, his ex lives out way in the boonies. There's not a whole lot there, but I don't know exactly how close he would have had to be or have been to be able to get a gift from that place he's not at. And now I feel sick thinking I might be throwing away a future because of it over a mobile game. Am I the a-hole for not trusting him? What do you think? What do you think? If it's like really out there, way away, he's never, he's not even supposed to be around that area, and he sends you a Pokestop from there. What are the chances another friend gave him that and he sends it off?
I don't know. I don't think it's... I think there's bigger problems than just Pokemon.
Well, I kind of think she flipped out. She probably didn't handle it to ask him to get an answer from it. He probably would have explained it if he did have an answer.
I don't know.
Or he could have been lying to cover himself. But we'll never know because she just blew up at him.
I mean, if you're going to listen to him if he says he didn't, then you make the decision. And that's it. Because that's kind of a different one. It's one thing to say don't go see your ex. It's another to be like, well, I spun the Pokestop stop because I was at the stop sign and my light didn't turn red or whatever. And by the way, I got a 10K egg out of it.
Oh, my word.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But I'm just saying, yeah, she's like, the grocery store is nowhere near. He works nowhere near this ex-girlfriend's place. So how does he have a recent Pokestop from there?
It's not a recent Pokestop. Not all the time.
Pokemon Go can be a little funny when you can, whatever Pokemon stops, it saves.
Well, it saves the Pokestops, but I mean, even when we went on vacation or whatever, and I sent you one, you didn't get it till like 2-3 weeks later, even though like it was far down on my list.
Yeah.
Pokestops. So
True.
I mean, I don't.
But
there's a lot of.
He had to be there within probably a month or so. Like, this is their relationship.
Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
But that's the thing. We'll never know it. So there is an edit and an update. Edit. Although there are a few not the a-holes people voting for her, basically. I think it's going to be ultimately you're the a-hole for me. But I'm going to wait and see. Regardless, once my stomach settles down from the ice cream and I can talk without my voice cracking, I'll try to talk to him. Well, she must be going through the ringer with this. I mean, I don't... she's going... This guy's cheated before, so she's probably like... going through a little like, oh my gosh, it's happening again.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, no, I totally would get that too.
I should have picked the other story.
I'll try to... We could do it really quick.
No.
I'll try to talk to him. Hopefully mods will let me have this open. Update. User Poiklers suggested I rehearse before actually calling my boyfriend to keep my voice calm. I called him and it went straight to voicemail, which is fair. My roommate is going to call his roommate and see if Damien will call me back. Update with a question mark. I just finished updating the post and my roommate asked his roommate to tell Damien to call me. But his roommate is saying that that's weird because my boyfriend told me he was spending the night with his girlfriend. But he didn't spend the night with me. So now all three of us are confused and my roommate is getting our mask and we're driving over to his place. WTF is going on here? He went back to the other girlfriend.
Probably. She liked his Pokemon better. She probably caught a shiny or something.
He's like, forget this. Let's just go back to her place.
She's got a shiny Snorlax.
It's all worth it. No, I'm kidding. That's so bad. So the top comment is, so he's staying the night with his girlfriend, but he's not at your house. Looks like you're not the a-hole after all. Yikes.
It could be another girlfriend.
Yeah, now they're all like, we need an update. This was 4 years ago and there's no update. So I would say it might have not ended well.
Pokemon. That's what happens sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do the other one really quick. It's really quick. Okay, so the other one is, today I effed up by asking my husband about Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay, so this happened a few years ago, or a few days ago. This was 4 years ago as well. So this happened a few days ago, of course. My husband and I were in bed at night, and I was feeling pretty horny. So I decided I wanted to have some spicy sleep. I just made that into the other word. We were cuddling and talking and stuff, and in an attempt at being sexy, I asked him how his Pokemon campaign was going. So a bit of background. He's currently playing Heart Gold doing the Nuzlocke challenge. It's when you play through the game, but when your Pokemon die, they're actually dead. Or something like that.
Yep.
He's been talking to me about it nonstop. Okay, so back to the story. I was trying to be sexy by asking him how his Nuzlocke challenge was going because I think he'd think, ooh, she cares about my Pokemon endeavors. That's so sexy.
Yeah, let me talk to her about it now.
Yeah. You're kind of close to that.
I know.
Anyway, he answered my question for a long time. We did not have spicy sleep that night. I mean, when you're explaining to me the whole time, I am trying hard to keep up because I just don't understand. You'll tell me this Pokemon and I'm like, is that the one with the fancy wings? And you're like, no, it's the water type. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Even my kids correct me because they understand Pokemon more than I do. I try. I just wasn't into it growing up. I love it for you guys, though. I'll play with you guys all the time. So, okay. Those were my fun little stories in the end. I guess I told you all the Pokemon ones. We'll find better ones later. There's some better ones out there.
We need better Pokemon stories.
What?
We need better Pokemon stories.
Okay, fine. I'll find better Pokemon stories.
Can't have girlfriends crying over Pokemon.
Well, it kind of happens on Reddit.
So no. If they cry, we need to cry.
It was a big COVID bring together moment.
No, she needs to cry because
we did a lot with Pokemon Go when COVID happened.
She needs a different one.
Or actually, before COVID happened.
My Pikachu, he's gone, or I had to trade him because of a bet I made.
Oh my word.
Something like that.
No. So, okay, guys, that is it for this episode. We just wanted to put out some random stories out there.
Send us pictures of your favorite Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah. Send us pictures or tell us what your favorite Pokemon is. Mine is Squirtle. I love Squirtle. That was like, out of all of them growing up, I was the old school. That was all I kind of knew what certain Pokemon. Squirtle was my favorite.
Good old Gengar.
I know. You like Gengar. All the time.
Gengar.
My word. We are not getting into that. Okay, guys. If you have any question, comments, or if you want to send us pictures or let us know what your favorite Pokemon is, you can email us at the Reddit Randos at gmail.com. You can also comment on our social media page on Instagram. Just the Reddit Randos podcast basically listed on there. We are also on YouTube now. So go yourself, like and subscribe. Go get a friend to like and subscribe and listen to some stories. Come on, we got tons of stories. Give us suggestions as well because we'd love to hear what you'd like to listen to more.
And more Pokemon.
More Pokemon. Or if there's any other things out there, like other sets of...
Spider-Man.
Okay, right? Yep. hey, we love a good Comic-Con selection here. So give us anything out of all that stuff that
No
you guys...
No DC.
Oh, my word.
No.
We're not going to get too specific. Come on, we need these people.
All right, someone argue with me about DC.
Okay,
It's
someone
more
have a
fun.
good argument with my husband here.
This will be fun.
My word. Better be ready.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, guys, we're going to call it a night. So we will, I was going to say see you, but obviously you can't see us. So we're going to talk to you later.
See you in
Goodbye.
spirit. Bye.
Bye.